Welcome back, Kings and Queens. Today we will be looking at some targets. I have made $3 basically overnight just from not trading, which I think is a key thing that some people don't really take to heart, and me, myself included. Sometimes it's okay to not trade. So there's a good tidbit for the day. By the way, every now and again you'll hear me kind of veer off topic, or not off topic, but go into a little side rant, and it's probably me. Oh, we got 3 seconds till we open. Hold on. There we are. Okay. Let's see. Still recording that. Yes, got the audio there. Okay. Don't think I need desktop audio. I don't know why that one's on. That's okay. No big deal. But we are now in our last trading day of the week. I don't know why these always get moved. Am I a... Oh, why is this showing me... This is showing me, like, next week. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's see. What is everyone doing so far today? I see AT&T on the day. Let's get it a little closer. Okay, so... It's a lot greener than it was last week. We're up another couple of bucks, which is pretty cool. So that's one thing that I like about trading, and that's one thing that I think is very key. When it comes to trading, a lot of things can really give us, I guess, some anxiety or nerves. And one thing can be when the market is going down, we want to keep active, keep consistent with our active trading. But sometimes we have to either reevaluate our strategy, which does mean taking a step back or going into something new right away, or we just need to step back, take our hands off, and really look at what's going on and see if it is a good time to trade right now. Right now, I think it is getting better because we're seeing green, but I will say I had my eyes on this even when it was going really red. So even though I wasn't trading actively, I was still paying attention to what was going on, and I think that saved this account from getting completely blown up, really. So we're at $174 today. Actually, let's check Webull, because I realized the last time I was on here I didn't really check Webull. Let's get this unlocked. Oh. There we go. So, space we got at 689. And now I'm still debating on how I want to fund these accounts. But I will say that soon I'll be doing more trading, whether it's because I'm putting more money into them directly or because I'm doing just more active trading as I'm coming up to my gains, I guess you could say, for layman's terms. But my average on this is $8.49. I've been buying in since I think like $10 and change or something like that. I only have 3 shares. Both of these accounts are very small. In total they add up to I think $200. But I think this is a very good thing for people to see. Something I wish I saw was someone trading with a very, very small account. So I'm learning TA. I think I mentioned that before. Right now I'm just kind of seeing where everything is. I did miss Wednesday as far as going on live, but I did check my charts and all that stuff after, or when I did finally get on the computer. Okay. So we already drew lines for Starbucks, T-Mobile, and Ford. So I'm going to look in those real quick, see where we are in those lines. Just a little closer view. There's usually an uptick in volume beginning of the day, so I'm not surprised by that. Alright, so all of this is showing me right now that it's in the overbought territory. Which could mean a couple of things. It could mean that it's going to be coming down soon and we could see a little bit of a pullback, but when I'm seeing a lot of the overbought territory, especially with the green that we're having in the market and especially with the red that we've been seeing, usually to me that means that we might have a little bit of a pullback, maybe intraday, maybe through the day, or just maybe this week. Or staying stagnant, but maybe going up again in the future, because I'm seeing 3 pretty, I won't say decent breaches, but I'm seeing 3 breaches. They have correlating, what do you call it, MACDs, and as I mentioned last week, when I see the cross, that's kind of an indicator for me that things are going to be changing. So you can kind of see that happening here. When you see the lines crossing or intersecting each other, the direction tends to change. The magnitude of that is all dependent on a lot of other variables, but this to me is showing me that we're at least going in the right direction. So my next target for this is 82.50, it looks like. My average 87.20. I didn't think I was that high. But okay, that's fine. Let me see where that is. So then my target would be somewhere in like 90, 91, more than likely. If I sell this right away. This is something that if I do get some funds to throw in this account, I might buy in if it stays lower than my average, and then I'll sell one when it goes up. But Starbucks is something that I would like to hold a little bit longer term, but we'll see. Let me not get ahead of myself because I do have other accounts for that. All right, what's another one I charted? I think T-Mobile was another one. Yeah, I drew a couple lines on here. Are there any higher than where I am now? Yep, okay. So my average in here is 21.19. I don't understand why it tells me I'm in profit right now by $5. Seems a little absurd. We're only at 21.20. Oh wait, 21. Or 21.31. I only have two. But anyway, that's okay. Okay, so this one, my target would be somewhere in like, probably not 22.66. I would probably wait until about 25 if I do sell this one, maybe a little bit higher. But I do remember AT&T having a hard time breaking the 25 if we look a little further back, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I remember it being pretty low for the majority, but that's okay. What's next? Ford. Okay, let's open that up. See where we got a line on here. Okay, 1450 is where I got a line drawn on here. Now I knew this when I was a little bit higher on the 1546. So 1546 is kind of about where I have a line. So the next would be about four. So I maybe $1, maybe $2 on this one, but this one I do know I should say I have more conviction that it will go higher quicker than something like AT&T. As you can see here, down in this right corner, it hit 1750 more recently, so it's a little bit more gains more recently, whereas T-Mobile hasn't been in the 25 range in a while. And also here you can see the overbought. We got peak here, peak here, peak here, and it's like reaching over top. So that tells me, not definitively, but it tells me that we're going in the right direction, especially as opposed to last week. Where am I? The 5 minute. Now, if I were to zoom in on this just a little bit, I wonder if that's the start of a W or maybe an inverse. I don't know. Could be too soon to tell. But if there's a pattern out of here, it looks like a turnaround type of pattern, but that's okay. Not trying to trade out of it right now. Okay. Oh, looks like I have a line on Riot. Let's see how many of them I have. Okay, got quite a few. Alright, so let's see. So we're staying above, what am I in the 5 minute? Let me get an hour. We're staying above that bottom line, which is good. Because I believe I didn't even catch that dip, if I'm not mistaken. I think I bought a little bit earlier. Yep, I bought a little earlier that week. So I think we're in the clear of me having to see anything lower than what I bought. Or lower than it is now, at least. Let's see. If I'm just going to roughly look at this with my eyes. I don't have that study uploaded on here. I do want that. There we go. Alright, so now this one I'm not surprised that I'm not seeing overbought like the other ones. Because this one does track crypto and Bitcoin much, much more. So, yeah, that's what I figured. I could probably go back until like January and see it doing about the same thing. Yeah, there's no overbought. Yep, until back in November, December. But that's not surprising because crypto did tank pretty decently. So I got to watch my account go up to this $46, but then I also saw it tank. But that's okay. It's also why I'm stock trading right now, not crypto trading. Unfortunately, I did have to use a lot of my crypto monies to survive after I got COVID because it wasn't working at the time. Got COVID and had bills that were delayed because of having COVID. Really knocked me out, by the way, like cognitively. So it took me a minute to even think straight again. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. Let's see what's up here. Okay. Oh, excuse me. So my average here, what is it, 8 something? My average here is 841. I got a line drawn at 940, 1160. And now my Webull account is something that I kind of want to make a little bit long-term swing trading. TD Ameritrade will turn into a day trading account when I meet the minimums. But this one, especially because of what I'm going to be holding in here, I don't want to make it a Roth. I have one of those, or something that is like a true long-term investment account. But I think it'd be pretty cool to buy some stocks when they're early on, like, you know, like space exploration or some crazy uranium stuff. I don't know, something very, very new, and get into it and just kind of ride the wave and see what happens. But that's what's going on in this account. So next thing I want to do, I'm actually debating right now if I want to do it on the camera or not. If I want to look at the fundamentals of some of the stuff I'm trading, which I don't think I do. Okay. So for the sake of keeping these videos around 15 minutes for now, I don't want to just kind of ramble on the last like 4 minutes. I'm going to get off screen. I'll set some lines for the rest of the things that I have, which I think is just UEC. But I am going to be doing some fundamentals a little bit later on today on my own time. And then tomorrow or Monday, I'll be able to talk about some of the fundamentals of what's going on in some of these companies and where I should really mark my targets. Now, I'm not going to make this into a news channel again. That was just too exhausting. Don't have enough time for that. But I will learn fundamentals on the positions that I currently own. All right, so that is all for today. Have a great day, great weekend. Enjoy your lives.